Hey, what's up, guys? Matt Modi with OddsJam. And what we're going to do in this video, very excited that a betting exchange is launching in the United States. If you're unfamiliar with what a betting exchange is, definitely do your research, but it's essentially a peer-to-peer betting market where users can place wagers with other individual users. It's not live yet. It will be live soon in New Jersey. But it's pretty exciting. So no longer, if you're using a betting exchange like Profit Exchange, do you need to pay the juice or the vig that sportsbooks price odds. All spread bets are at even money plus 100. The money line bets are there's no juice associated with it. So if I like someone at minus 200, someone else matches that bet at plus 200, and the winner takes everything. The loser loses their risk. That's kind of how it works in sports betting. But it's very cool. So I figured the easiest way to show you or to talk about it would be to show you. So I will choose a NFL game here and let's get into it. So number one, you'll see your balance here at the top right. Let me actually move my camera over so you can see your balance here at the top right. This shows you how much money you have available. And to talk through what each one of these things means, so money line, spread, and total, those are obviously the three markets that you can bet on. Money line, spread, and total, the three main markets. Current liquidity is just saying that is how much money is available at these current prices. So in terms of money line, I could bet up to $674 on the Ravens at minus 250 odds, and that will get matched no matter what. Without question, up to $674 will be matched at the Ravens minus 250. The same thing for the Jets at plus 220 for 107 odds. For the spread, 302 available at the Ravens minus 6.5, plus 231 available at the Jets plus 6. And then the same logic applies to the over and the under. So what this means is if I want to bet $100 on the Ravens plus 674, or excuse me, minus 250 at $100 on the Ravens, minus 250 odds, all you need to do is just click it, put $100. So just click place and enter, and you will see it get deducted from my account, and you will see it now says fully matched. So I now have $100 available at the Ravens. Not available, I have $100 risked at the Ravens at minus 250 odds. So that's how it works just if you're betting the current liquidity, right? It will be matched 100% of the time, no matter what. So if I liked the Jets at plus 220, I wanted to put $50 on them, click place, confirm, enter, deducted from my account, and the bet has been fully matched. So put a wager on. And then also, one thing I forgot to mention is we saw that the amount went down from, the current liquidity went down from 674 on the Ravens side and went down from 107 on the Jet side. Because I now have that money out there, the current liquidity has lowered to reflect that. But one thing that is really cool about Profit Exchange is their feature that is called Best Execution. Basically, best execution means that no matter what, you're always getting the most favorable odds to the user, the individual placing the bet. So let me provide an example here. So let's say that I'm comfortable betting $100 on the Jets plus 215. So if I want to go in, and this is only on, I'm only clicking one button here. I go in on the Jets, I click plus 215, I click $100. What you will see happen is the remaining 57 at the Jets plus 220 will be deducted and added to my bet slip. And then the remaining amount, $43 will be selected from the Jets at plus 215. I don't need to do anything more complicated than just clicking the plus 215, clicking $100. But Profit Exchange, their best feature or the best execution feature will always give you the most advantageous odds to the user. So click place, confirm, enter, again, deducted from my account, and you will see two different bet slips. They're both fully matched, so no issues there. Also says that my wager was placed. And here you go, gives you the alert. Wager placed, better odds were available for your selection. So that's what they gave you. That's what that said. So we see the Jets, the $57 were taken out at plus 220, and the remaining $42 were taken out at the plus 215, which is really cool. Always ensuring that you're getting the most favorable odds for the user is very cool. There are other examples of how the best execution feature works, which I will explain a little bit. But one thing that I did want to highlight in terms of setting the market, kind of what that looks like, is so right now, the best price on the Ravens available is minus 250, right? I can't bet, as of right now, minus 240, 245 or lower. But what you can do is lower your stake amount, or excuse me, you can lower the price amount. So I can lower this from minus 250 down to minus 245, 240. 235, 230, all that. And no matter what I put on it, let's say I want to put $200 at the Ravens minus 230. If I click place and confirm enter, what you will see is it now says unmatched. So before, when I placed the bet where the current liquidity was able to accept that amount, the bet was fully matched, and now it's good to go. Those bets are now open. With the unmatched amount, obviously now I need someone to accept that action on the Ravens at minus 230. So I have the unmatched amount, 200 to win 86. But for those of you that noticed, what we see popped up here was the most favorable price on the Jets now is plus 230 and has the 86 amount, which matches the exact amount that I just put on. So risking $200 at minus 230 odds means you will win about, just under $86, just under $87, but 86. So now someone can match the opposite side of that, which has now popped up. So the best odds for the Jets prior to me placing this unmatched wager was not this plus 230, but it showed up because that price was now available. So as of right now, I have some open bets. I was doing some testing, some open money line bets, but right now we see unmatched Ravens at minus 230 odds, 200 unmatched. If someone were to risk this 86, which I will do, let's say I want to risk 50 of it. So 50 to win 115. So what you will see if I click place, what you will see happen is the 115 of my $200 will now be matched. So if I click place, confirm enter, again, it gets deducted, always gets deducted. So that one was fully matched. And if I go to my open bet slip, see how it says now I have $85 that are unmatched for my Ravens amount. Another thing that's cool is you can cancel any bet that you have that is currently unmatched. So you know what? This Ravens price, $85, I'm not feeling that anymore. So what will happen? If I click cancel unmatched, what you will see is this $36 current liquidity for the Jets at plus 230 will no longer be available because that $36 in liquidity will no longer be out there. It will no longer be unmatched. So if I click cancel, A, it gets added to my account. B, this goes away. And C, you saw that remove right there, right? So everything is kind of working in tandem. That's how the peer-to-peer betting exchange works. It's whatever users find available. The same logic of everything I said applies from both a spread and a totals amounts or totals situation. So I really like the Jets I really like the Ravens at minus 6.5. I'm going to bet all $302 on the Ravens minus 6.5. Place bet. All that will go away. So that 6.5 will no longer be available. Let's say I like, so there's $713 currently available at the Ravens minus 7. Let's say I really like it at that price point. I also like it at 7.5. I want to put $1,000 on the Ravens at minus 7.5. What will happen, again, this is kind of a recap, but just to show you that it works. What you will see happen is the remaining 713 will be taken at the Ravens minus 7. And then the remaining, $287 will be taken from the Jets, from the Ravens side, minus 7.5, because that's what I like it. That's what I like this bet at. And as you can see here, all spread bets are placed at an even plus 100, so there's no juice. So if I get the Ravens at minus 7, there's another user that has the Jets at plus 7. Both sides of that are at even money. So confirm, and we will see two bet slips show up here, fully matched, the 713 that were remaining at the Ravens minus 7, and now and then the 287 remaining of my 1,000 at the Ravens minus 7.5. So now the only current liquidity available on the Ravens side is at minus 7.5 at $848. So I've talked a couple times about the best execution feature, which basically means that no matter what, the odds that you're placing, whatever gets accepted is always going to be the most advantageous to the user. So there can be an example of which a bettor gets different odds than what they actually place at. But again, this will only happen in a situation where they get accepted more favorable odds than what they initially put in. So an example of this, so let's say there's one bettor puts $225 on the Ravens at minus 225 odds. So basically they're risking 225 to profit $100. So if I click place, this will show as first of all deducted and now unmatched. So now let's say someone wants to wager, another user, a completely independent user, goes to the Jets and says, you know what, I want to put $100 on the Jets at plus 200. So risk 100 to profit 200. So I'm going to click place, and let me move my camera and you'll see why. So click place and confirm. What you will see actually gets accepted is different than what I put in. And there's a wager placed little option here. It says better odds were available for your selection, so it was placed at the best available price. That is what the best execution feature does. So even though I went in and I said, you know what, I'm going to put $100 at the Jets at plus 200, what got accepted was the Jets at plus 225 because that was a more advantageous spot for me. So now if I go to open bets, both of the bets that I placed have now been matched, the Ravens side and now the Jets side. So I think that's probably the coolest feature about this is you're essentially it's line shopping for you. So you don't need to go through and check a bunch of sports books and say, oh, I can get a better spot here. Profit exchange line shops for you always gives you the most advantageous spot. So it really works in situations such as this where if let's say a unit for me, I want to put $1,000 at the Ravens, but I'm actually comfortable with them at -8. So what I'll do, I'll put $1,000 on the Ravens -8 because that's what I'm comfortable with. That's what I want. And you will see two selections pop up here. The bet that gets fully matched for 848 and the remaining 152 that gets unmatched at a different price point. It's just cool because you don't need to put in 3 individual bets. Say, okay, I want the Ravens at this price, and then I want the Ravens at this price. It does it all for you at the number that you're comfortable with. So I think it's really cool. I'm very excited for this. Again, it's not live yet. It'll be live in New Jersey very, very shortly. Hopefully this tutorial made sense. If you have any questions, please let me know. Happy to answer any questions, but very, very exciting news. So that's all I got for you guys. Again, please reach out with any questions and have a good one.